Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hip Senior Podcast, Book Edition. Today, we are speaking with Mark. He is the author of Advocacy in Aging, Building Your Team for the Seamless Transition of Personal Care and Estate Management. Mark, welcome to the podcast.
Well, thank you for having me, Marianne, and it's wonderful to be part of the Hip Senior. I think you've pulled together such great programs and monthly letters and resources for everybody. I think that's really wonderful.
Oh, that's nice of you to say. Thank you for being part of it as well. Mark, Advocacy in Aging. Tell us a little bit about you, how you came up with this book, and why you wrote it.
The book is about planning and getting ready for the likely transitions you're going to have in life, and you will require the transition for your financial management and mostly your personal care as well. And it came about by the recognition that we're all living longer, which provides great life opportunities, but at the same time, there will be life transition, possibly with degraded capability. And through my personal experience and research and so on, I discovered it was possible to plan for the unplanned. And by building a team of advocates around you and planning, one can ensure continuity and consistency of your physical, mental, and financial affairs. And that's what got me started. And really, in the end, I wanted to share my learnings, my wisdom, and pass it on to people. And in particular, the framework, which I call PAC. I tell people you need to make a pact with your loved one and pact with yourself in order to be ready for those life transitions and to make sure that your wishes are respected through that livelihood. And PAC stands for Plan, Activate, Communicate, and Transition. So pretty easy to remember.
Now, see, that was going to be my next question, which you already answered. So who would be your ideal target market for reading this book?
Ideally, originally, I was thinking of, the middle-aged people moving into their senior years, or I don't know what's the best term to call it, but their aging years. And because they need to plan for themselves. And I want everyone to be really ready and be able to live fully with a peace of mind. But the reality is those people have to also be prepared for caregiving for their parents. But what I'm realizing a lot is that the seniors themselves have not had the opportunity or have planned at all. So there's a bit of playing catch up, but it's never too late to catch up on what you haven't done. And I really wish everyone to be able to have their wishes, their personal values, and their beliefs respected through the life to the end of life. So the target group, basically seniors and middle age moving into aging years.
What about their children that are helping them plan for this?
It's a good thing. You always talk about target audience. The principal targets are one that I listed, but clearly everyone that enters adult could deal with life transition for themselves or for their parents in younger years or not. As an example, I have kids that are both entrepreneurs, and if something happened to them, someone would need to help them in managing their personal affairs as well as their business. So it applies to everybody that are, I would say, in the adult ages. Like I said, the people that I'm more concerned with are the middle-aged people and the aging age people, the seniors.
Okay.
Since the likelihood are greater of life transitions of some sort, whether it's life events, illnesses, or so on.
So if somebody read your book and they set it down, and they could only have one thought about your book, what do you hope that one thought would be that they would take away from this book?
One is very difficult, but I'm going to say I would like people to step back and crystallize to what would be their wishes in the unfortunate circumstance where someone needs to transition their affairs. And I want them to crystallize those wishes and be able to communicate them to a team of advocates. So that's probably the biggest takeaway, I would say.
Okay.
It's all about communication, but you can't communicate if you haven't crystallized your own thoughts.
Okay. Any new books in the works?
No new books in the works. I think what I find is that most people zoom into on a few things when they read my book. And I want to spend the time to help people and continue communicating what's already been written. It's about helping society to be able to live with peace of mind and be properly prepared for a life transition and in a way that their dignity is respected.
Okay.
Got a lot to do still with the current books. We never know. I never say never. We'll see, because there's a lot of topics and very more specific topics that came up once in a while. So for now, I'm happy with what we have.
Very good. Okay, so this one's a little different, guys. When you hit purchase, it takes you to Mark's website. where you can purchase from there. Mark is in Canada, so I'm guessing your checkout does all the conversions and all the great things that need.
There's a checkout for every country in the world, and shipping is anywhere in the world, so there's no concern that way. And by the way, the book is jurisdiction independent, so don't be concerned that there's anything specific to one particular state or another. It's a book of principles and one of planning directions.
Very good. All right, Mark, thank you so much for being with us today and for sharing your information about advocacy and aging with us.
Thank you very much, Marianne. Really appreciate being part of your movement.
Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.